From the slowest downloads to the smoothest streams of cyberspace, welcome to the Kidawa Show. And here's your host, Arthur Kidawa.
Welcome to the Kidawa Show. Today we have a magical guest for you. Yes, he has played around with my imaginations and most likely yours. He is one of the fantastic creators behind the scenes of Hollywood. Please welcome to the show, Hiroshi Katagiri. Today, live from Hollywood. No, not Hollywood. He's in Tokyo. He's in Japan right now. Please welcome Mr. Hiroshi Katagiri. Hiroshi, is that right? Are you in Tokyo right now?
Yes, I'm at Tokyo. Yep.
Okay, what are you doing there and how long will you be there?
I'm having the sculpture seminar and just teaching sculptures.
All right. Now, guys, this is a really pleasant moment because Hiroshi is the first person on the Kidawa Show to have his resume on IMDb. And soon enough, I believe, after he gets his project on the way, he's going to have his own Wikipedia page as well. So, very excited about that. Hiroshi, tell me, which project so far has been your favorite? Which one has been your hardest to do?
Okay, that's the hardest one is most fun was the actually same work. So the movie was the Pirates of the Caribbean, Stranger Tide. So I had to create the dead mermaid on a show, and then the location is kind of unique. We are making those things at the actually Hawaii. One of the island in Hawaii, like a Kauai Island, and it was pretty nice island. It's a nice resort hotel, and then the place we were working is at the hotel. It's the same location. So good thing and a bad thing. You know, the good thing is the only takes 5 minutes to commute, and the bad thing is the I have to work till pretty until I can't take it anymore, It's like,
Right. They dumped it.
Yeah. It's the last minute I was working, and situation was really hard. And it's mermaid. It's a great subject, and it's like a dream project. And I was in charge of making the mermaid, so I was hired to do that. And so subject is really cool. It's like a dead silicone full body mermaid. But the time was so crazy, it's like I have to make the life-size, human-size dead mermaid, like 3 of them, they are based on the one sculpture. Yeah, but the time frame was from beginning till the shooting. It's only have 7 weeks, so which is pretty crazy for the.
Yes, it is.
It's, and it was hardest job. But at the same time, it was fun too. It's like staying in Hawaii, Kauai,
Right,
and looking at nice, gorgeous pool. Never, I had a time to go in.
Right, you had to suffer looking at it, but you couldn't actually enjoy it.
Yeah, but I took I chose the quality instead of the vacation time. But I still had 2 days off myself.
Well, it's all right. That's all right.
Yeah, so it was fun, and at the same time it was super hard.
Definitely. Tell me some of the actors that you've got to meet in your job, and I know. As artists, we're always the kind of the heroes, the geniuses behind the scenes, and people they just see your work everywhere, but they don't know who does it. So what kind of actors have you had the opportunity to meet?
Okay, my job is more like creating the creatures, so I don't get to work with actors much. It's not, I'm not the guy who does makeup on the person. Yeah, and, but several actors I met, like Arnold Schwarzenegger or I met Michael Jackson. It's not actor, but
Sure. Yep.
Johnny Depp, of course, for the pirates, and but not too many several good the A-class directors, but
Tell me,
yeah.
when you see them in real life, are they usually bigger or smaller than you imagine, or it's just the same?
Arnold, I felt he was a little bit smaller, but I don't know. Everybody is different,
Sure.
and the bigger actors, nice, very nice person.
I see. Guys, if you've seen any movie with special effects these days, you've seen Hiroshi's work in them. Check out his IMDb, basically his resume. It's got 39 movies going strong, so take a look at that, guys. My other question is, growing up, you have my dream job. I've always wanted to create monsters for movies. More than being an actor or anything else in Hollywood, that was what I always wanted to do. So I always was curious, what materials do you make these things out of?
Just two major material. One is the foam latex. It's like a sponge looking quality, and the newer material is the silicone. So those are two major materials to make the skin of the creatures.
I see.
And advantage of foam latex is lightweight. So it's like a creature suit. We always use the foam latex. If you use the silicone for the suit, it's to get too heavy, crazy heavy. So technically it's possible, but nobody does it.
Right.
Yeah, and the silicone is a good material. It's like a realistic skin looking, and the movement is so much better than foam. So we use many silicone for the makeups. Yeah, those two are major materials.
Okay. Yeah, and they do have a very realistic effect, especially the silicone and its flexibility. I forgot to mention, guys, that we were kind of laughing about before, is Hiroshi is the mischievous one behind the whole hoax with the mermaid. If you've seen the mermaid photograph going around the internet, he is the one that created it. He's not the one that started the hoax, right?
Right. Yeah, and somebody else just the leaked the picture on the internet. So it's one good thing is so my job is to make something fake, but to make it believable, make it realistic. So so many people thought that it's real. So which is pretty successful. What I did.
Exactly. In other words, it's a huge success. If somebody can use something you've created as a hoax and confuse millions of people, that's success, my friends.
Yeah.
I was looking through your gallery, and one of your sculpts I saw was the mutilator. Where is the mutilator from? It was really intriguing, but I have no idea what movie it's from.
It's when I was working for the studio called the Winston Studio. So one of the biggest special makeup effects company in Hollywood, which created like a Terminator or Jurassic Park or Aliens.
Sure.
And so they are planning to make that movie. It's like a stop motion puppet movie. So that character is for that. And but the movie was never made.
Oh, I see. Okay. Now, another big question I had is, I always see Hollywood artists, and on your gallery, you guys create a lot of the smaller models, and you create a lot of busts. And I was wondering, what is the purpose of the busts? Is it to help guide the other artists, or is it just for retail things like toys and models for sale?
So you're talking about the smaller scale?
Yes, the smaller scale, and also the busts where you just create, the chest and the head.
Yeah, so basically that's the design, the 3D model. So before we making the big one means the life size that the human some performer can wear.
Right.
So that's too big. Then it's too big to change the design or tweak the design. So we have opportunity to design with something smaller, make it smaller.
So it's like a second level of concept design, right?
Right. Yeah. From the two-dimensional design to the 3D, we call it 3D maquette.
Right.
And which is like a smaller scale model. Then we can just study three-dimensionally.
All right, that makes sense. Tell me, recently, well, in the last 5 years, I've kind of given up going into 3D sculpting. I got into digital painting and things like that, and then I discovered ZBrush, which is 3D modeling, and I fell in love with it, and I've been doing that for a while now, and I'm starting to create all the monsters from A to Z and legends and history. And with 3D printing, now that gives you the possibility to put really what you're creating home into reality. How are you accepting 3D sculpting, and are you learning it, or are you staying more traditional hands-on?
Well, I maybe like about 5 years ago, I had a study at ZBrush, and it was that's really fun. Then because I know 3D form, then that was pretty. I could make something cool with the ZBrush, but the my dream is make a movie, my own movie. So that's my dream. Then one time when I was studying the ZBrush, technically I stuck. I wanted to make this kind of shape, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. Then I started asking, studying or asking people, and I just realized, okay, if I keep studying this, what am I gonna be? Then I see a 3D modeler. Then I was thinking, if I wanna be the 3D modeler, then it was no. So basically just a switching job, just doing same thing as I do. I'm creating the 3D model, but just switching to the computer and doing the same thing. So I didn't feel attracted. So what I want to do is just make a movie. So if I have a spare time to study something, I just wanted to pursue my dream to make my movie.
Sure.
So
you want to go to a whole nother level of creating, not just creating something for a movie, but the entire concept and going further, right?
Right. Yeah, my next step. Yep.
Yeah, the reason why I mentioned ZBrush too, as seeing you as a full-out sculptor, is it is very intuitive compared to Maya and other programs. You basically, and with future technology, we can basically use hands and gloves to sculpt in ZBrush, probably, within the next maybe 50 years. So that's why I was thinking what your thoughts were on that. Do you, as a studio, use 3D printing often for your work?
Yeah, the several studios start using the 3D printer. And ZBrush is much faster to modify, and something mechanical is you can make it super clean and super symmetry. So
right.
Yeah, it's more like a huge. Well, it's something we couldn't do. It made so much easier.
Your studio is called the Hunter Killer Studio, is that right?
Hunter Killer Studio. Yeah.
Okay, how long have you been around as a team?
It's just that studio is just a name. I usually work for somebody else.
I see. What are some of your biggest accomplishments and achievements?
Okay. Well, I never realized myself I accomplished something. It's anything is just the step for me. Then I never felt like, okay, I'm done this. It's just me. Yes, I have something I want to do. Then I'm always chasing. So I never felt like I accomplished something. Be honest with you.
Wow, I can really relate to that, except on a much smaller scale. But I'm the same way. I'm always changing projects, and even this project right here that we're working in together right now, this is a fairly new thing, and it's going pretty well, so I feel you on that. Except you've actually accomplished some pretty amazing things and done.
Thank you.
Let's go into your project now. He's working on a movie. a horror movie, a freaky horror movie. He's going to use his skill, his creativity to create this. Tell us the name, and if you can, let us in on a little bit what it's going to be about. But not too much, just enough to get us hungry.
Yeah, the title called the Gehenna, where death lives, and it's a movie about takes place in a Saipan island, so which had Japan and America had a history of the World War II. So there's a huge battle over there. So many stories. Many people died, and the story about American estate company people who's the researching for the resort hotel. So they want to build the resort hotel in the Saipan Island. So they find some facility there underground. Then they go in and discover, that's the old Japanese secret military base. Then, but they trap inside. Then they encounter the creepy old man, who's like living in a cave for entire life. It's a really creepy guy, and yeah, then they discovered several dead corpses and dead bodies there. Then accidentally, by freaking out, one of the guys just killed the old man. Then soon after that, there's a huge explosion and the cave entrance collapsed, so they are trapped. So, and after that, they discover the old man's disappear, and also all dead bodies disappear.
Nice.
The exit is collapsed. So that's the story about for them to find a way out, and also finding the secret of the cave, so where those dead body goes.
I see.
And what's the history of the cave. So it's a very mysterious story.
Yes, that sounds excellent. I love that turn.
Yeah, the pre-production would take maybe like 6 months, 5-6 months.
Okay.
And have to prepare all the especially makeup effects stuff.
Yes.
And have to build a set too.
Mm-hmm.
And the shooting itself will be planning on 3 weeks. 6 days a week and 3 weeks.
Wow.
So which is, yeah, because it's low budget, have to make it.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's hardcore shooting right there. How many staff do you think it will take?
Ooh, wow. It's I'm planning to make it like a skeleton. It's really skeleton crew. So make it minimum.
Right.
So just I have to make it low cost as much as I can. For the makeup effects, I have lots of excellent artist friends who are just supporting me, helping the making super high quality work in low budget. So which is really fortunate. I appreciate for those teams and my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And without it, it's impossible. It's makeup effects. It's pretty cost, but I can make super high quality effects in half price.
Yeah, so it seems you have it pretty well planned out. Guys, when he says low budget, he doesn't mean these, regular cheap sci-fi movies you see on every day. He's talking about full quality, nice special effects. He's just got to do it on a low budget. And what works is the whole story, the whole location, the story, it doesn't take that many actors and things like that, because it's taking place in a specific area, and that's where you can really push the quality and the storyline instead of focusing on scenery and the things that are needless for the movie.
Yeah.
You will be filming in Hollywood, in Los Angeles, right? In a studio.
Right. Yeah, Los Angeles. Yeah, it's the cheapest because no money for airplane or commuting.
Mm-hmm.
So I hire all the local people. And then also just the setup is most of the movie is in the cave, in the so that's the limited location, and I only have 5 main actors. So just the story itself is the make it possible for like a low budget.
Yep, yep. And I forgot to re-mention it, is he's going to be using his team and another great team, a team that's been doing movies for Hellboy, a couple guys from there. So these are the best of the best artists, guys.
Right. The and also the special effects company called the Spectral Motion. So that's one of the biggest special makeup effects company, and I work for them often, and they're on for support on my movie. So so fortunate.
It's great, and I look forward to a movie like this because so much in Hollywood, they take stories from Japan and copy them and make it, Americanized. Why do that? You got a Japanese gentleman here. He knows what he's doing. He's in Hollywood. Support this guy if you want a real horror movie with an exotic touch, I guess I could say.
Yeah, thank you. So I trying to make a very original story, and I love the Twilight Zone TV shows, and yeah, that's the story. It's so amazing. Then also the making the scripts that they can make in the low budget. So usually like a small amount of actors and a limited location, and always have a surprise ending. Then like every end of show, and I goes, wow, that's cool. So I want to have the same thing for my movie.
Sure.
And I have like a super surprise ending. So which is the it's cool.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think what are the possibilities of a movie with this budget and making to appearing in movie theaters in America? I mean, do you plan on that, or is that...
Well, I just can't plan, it's the distribution company, could pick up, I don't know how it's gonna happen, and of course I'm hoping it's gonna be in theater, of course. Then I'm making the quality that could show in a theater, of course.
I see. So do these companies look at it and accept it, or do investors kind of have to make decisions on this? How's that process?
That's the distribution process, so which is not my field. So
I see.
Yeah, not sure.
It gets complicated.
Yeah, it's like a paranormal activity, so almost like a personal project. But
exactly.
Yeah, it was picked up. Then became like a major movie and like a 4 sequels something. So that could happen.
Well, tell me, what is the scariest movie you got a chance to work on?
To work on, none. I'm
Nothing.
grown up with the 80s horror movie, and there's many scary ones, many good ones, and then of course I was the child, so of course more scary.
What are some favorites?
Favorites is Evil Dead, original Evil Dead. Yeah,
that was good.
Scared the hell out of me.
That made history.
Yeah, I was like 13 or 12 or 13.
Wow, yeah, that would have made an impression then. Back to the project. What are some great awards? If you guys don't know Kickstarter is a website. It's a platform where if you want to start a new project, especially creative project, you tell people about it, you start getting it going, and you ask people to support it with money. It's not donations. If they send you money, they basically get the product early or some other gifts, or they get to work on the project with you, different rewards. So you get something for that money. So what kind of rewards are you offering on your Kickstarter, on your movie project?
Okay, yeah, so that's the like a low cost. Like from $15 you get the digital download of the movie. So which is like you can get the movie with $15. So you can kind of reserving ahead.
Exactly.
And then $20 you get the actual DVD, and the interesting one is the $60. $60 you can get the credit for the movie. So which is the I think this is pretty attractive reward, to get the project, get the credit.
Right.
Yeah, because it's even if you want it, it's how you can get the credit. But for this, you get.
Yeah. There you go. Bragging rights right there, guys. 15 for the movie, right?
Yeah.
And 60.
Yeah.
You get your name in the credits. So yeah, you can show your friends or put your lover's name in the credits. How about that for her birthday?
Yeah, and also the higher prices, get my sculptures, starting from maybe like 400. And
wonderful.
but before that, there's many rewards, and you get the special video of like making of the movie, like special makeup effects, and it's good material, and like a T-shirt and a poster, which is it's a really cool design. And then higher, goes you get my sculpture, and then also I even personally sculpt the face. And of course, that's the higher price too.
Yeah. No, but that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, or some associate producer credit, or the executive producer credit.
Right.
Yeah, so many cool reward.
Yeah, this has to spread out. I mean, there's a lot of people with money and a lot of people with money that love themselves. And why not, buy a bust? And he'll create a bust of your face. You can put that right in the middle of your room. That's impressive.
Yeah, it should be cool.
Yeah, definitely. Check it out, guys. The Kickstarter is going to be below in the description, so make sure you check it out. Check out his rewards. Read about it, especially you horror fans. You're asking for this project, and you probably already have to pay a lot out of your pocket for $220,000, right? To get this really going. And where is majority of that money going to go?
It's the majority is we have to build the set, so that's where the money goes most.
Right.
Yeah, because build a set and renting the facility, and also of course special effects. So that's even if it's cheap, it still costs. So those two are kind of major thing.
Yeah, you guys, everybody knows making a movie is costly, especially with good quality. So, are you going to actually act in this movie?
No.
Oh, I thought you were. I thought you were gonna. Okay, all right. Have you ever acted in a movie, or yeah?
Yeah, just for just funny update for Facebook. I'm acting, but not for my movie.
He did.
I have to watch.
Check.
I have to observe as like audience. So if I act, I can see myself.
Yeah, look at his updates for his Kickstarter, guys. You'll see him as a zombie. How about that? You have a good sense of humor. I would love to have you back on the show, but if I do, could you come back on the show with some special effects on you? Would that ever be possible?
Yeah, if I know in advance, yeah, sure.
Plus, you can dress up as the character from your own movie, and you got all the rights to do that. Nobody's going to stop you there, right?
Right.
We're going to go into a bit of Hiroshi's more personal life. So, tell me, you grew up in Japan, is that right?
Right. Yeah. Until 18, I was living in Japan.
When did art really come into your life?
Art itself is since I was a really little child, I was always drawing stupid cartoons.
I know at 13, when you were 13 years old, there were some bigger changes came in, right? You found your first book.
That's right, yeah. So I always loved the movie. So watching just so many movies since I was a kid. And also I love the special effects, like the horror movie too. And so I've been watching so many horror movies. And when I was 13, I found a book in a bookstore. So that should be the first book about the special makeup effects. And so that book made me realize there's such a job exists as an occupation. So,
yeah, dream come true.
Right. So before that, I was just one of the audience. Then since I saw that book, then I started thinking about I could be the creator, not just the audience.
Right. And after that, your story it's kind of a Bruce Lee story in a way, but from the artistic side. Well, Bruce Lee had an art too, but you basically came to America and, well, you worked for free, you worked your butt off, you brought your Japanese work ethics into Hollywood, and you really showed them what you can do, right?
Yeah. So first of all, luckily, I was 19 when I started as an intern, and then I wasn't get paid, but I worked hardest there. It's the working.
Right.
The work time was like a 9 to 7. So every other crew just leave at 7, but I stayed there and the work on my own piece for practice. Then I work harder than anybody when I started.
There you go. Very cool. Yep, that's impressive. That's how you do it, guys, if you want to get big in any field. Okay, let's have a little bit of fun here. What is your personal favorite movie?
Oh, personal favorite. Interesting thing is my favorite movie was the Midnight Run, Robert De Niro.
Okay.
Yeah, and Charles Grodin. So it's like a road movie, comedy, and some actions, and no special effects at all. No creatures. Love that movie. Yeah, so fun.
See, that means there's a whole other side to you. That's why you can actually create a movie now, because you're not all just simple monsters and stuff. You have a deeper side, and a deeper understanding.
Yeah, and of course, Back to the Future is another my favorite.
There you go.
I love just totally entertainment. So when you watch the movie and you come back, it's wow, that's so fun. That's the movie should be.
Do you have a favorite monster?
Yeah. It's the Thing, the original Thing.
The original Thing from the movie.
Yeah, John Carpenter's.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's totally blow me away. That's amazing effects and the creatures in that. It's unbelievable. Still looking amazing.
Wow. I had to ask. I told you, I'm working on, I don't know, it's going to take me a lifetime, but I'm working on creating every monster from A to Z in ZBrush, printed in 3D, and then painted up. But I'm doing miniature scales here, not like you. I'd like to do bigger, but, I have a list of over 2,000 monsters. So I just want to get the first 100 pumped out, and that takes forever. I mean, ZBrush, I would say, is no faster. Any digital style art making is no faster than traditional, because of the options and the things, how quick you can edit. You know what I mean? I noticed that with digital painting, like if you paint with oil or something, you can overpaint. But if you're digital painting, you can be done with the painting and then with the click of a button, switch all the colors and then erase parts, with lack of much effort. Of course, I have many people watch that like games. Do you play any games yourself?
Yeah, I haven't played for years now, but I sometimes play games. So the way I play game is this is pretty crazy, like Resident Evil. I love that game, and if I get the one game,
right,
I just always play when I'm home, just to keep playing, and when I finish it,
I see,
and play till complete. So once I complete 2 years, I don't play any game.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of like that too. I mean, plus you're on the other side too. You've created models for games as well. And at this point in our lives, we want to create more than go through other people's creations. I'd love to see people go through my creations, just as you want to see people react to your movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Coming from Japan, are you much into anime?
Not too much, actually. No.
Okay. Tell me, since you mentioned the gaming, I was wondering, do you have a family? Or are you single?
Yeah, I do.
You do. And still play games and still make awesome stuff. You're a busy guy. Period.
Yeah.
You talking to me at this hour already proves just how much effort you put into living, you know? Total living and doing what you want to do. Do you have a personal website?
Yeah, I do. It's not, haven't touched for a long time, so it's not, I shouldn't recommend too much.
I think it's the one where I saw the gallery of your work. I forgot the name of it. It's a little bit...
That's the figuresculptures.com.
Okay. Okay. We'll link that below. Check that out, guys.
Or hunterkillerstudio.com.
Okay. And that one too. We'll link them both. You worked on some of my favorite movies. You've worked on The Time Machine, Artificial Intelligence, and Bicentennial Man. These are movies that I enjoyed more for their deeper aspects as well. Yeah, it's just awesome meeting someone that's worked on those movies. Especially, I don't know, all three of those had certain feelings about them. Bicentennial Man, even before, I thought it'd be a simple movie. It had Robin Williams, but the whole idea of these movies, each and every one of them has a deep and powerful meaning with them, and that's pretty cool. As you worked through them, did you know much of the script? Did you get a feeling of the movie as they were produced much?
If I ask for script, I could read, but I never read the script, actually. Yeah, and some super secret movie, so it's no way to read the script. But usually there is I can read if I want, but I just don't want to know entire till I watch it.
Yes. And after you finish working on these movies, do you watch them all, or are you like Johnny Depp, where you never watch them?
There's so many movies still I haven't watched that I worked because just so many movies I worked on. So.
Wow, that's impressive. He wants to, he just doesn't have the time. That tells you something. Let me see. You can take a moment now. Send a message in Japanese to the people and your followers and people that watch you.
僕は今までね、やりたいことをやろうと思って、一歩ずつね、進んできて、で、40過ぎて、本当に、やってきてよかったと思います。で、これからその映画を作ろうっていう、20歳の時からの夢なんですけども、本当に大変なんですね。ここにまでこぎつけるのにもどれだけの労力と、どれだけのお金をかけたかなんですけども、でも、楽しくてしょうがないんですよね。で、楽しいことをやってると、本当にね、人が助けてくれて、人が集まってくるんですね。で、今、そのキックスターターっていうのを使って、資金を集めて作ろうとしておりますけども、今、半ば半分ぐらいですかね。で、なんとかね、実現させたいっていう、その気持ちでね、僕が教えるその人たちにも、もう好きに、やりたいことがあったらもう本当に好きなことをやりなさいと、常々言ってるんですね。それはやりたいことを、上手くなろうとやることによってね、そういう上手くなるっていう、技能がどうやったらできるようになるのかって考えてね、ほんでやってみてできるようになるっていうプロセスっていうのは、どんな仕事でもつながるんですね。で、やりたいことやって、それを腕を上げていくっていうことが、いざね、将来仕事を変えたとしても、使える技能なんですね。で、やりたいことをやりなさいって堂々と言ってるんだけども、やっぱり自分がやりたいことをやって、成功しないでどうするっていうね、気持ちでおりますので、今回ぜひとも成功させたいと思いますので、ぜひともご協力お願いします。
Okay.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful and smooth. You know exactly what to say. I hope everything you said or anything you said about me was true. Very nice. It didn't sound scary at all.
That's good.
Tell me who is your hero or who is an idol that you've always looked up to?
That's the person in the history actually in Japan. Sakamoto Ryoma.
Okay.
Are you familiar with that guy?
No, I'm not.
Okay, yeah, you have to know the history. But
okay.
Yeah, the guy who it's about right before like a civilization. No, it's not civilization. It's the Japan.
Okay.
Was like a 300 years of peace. Yeah, like a 300 years of peace. Then America came to ask for Japan to open for trading. So until that point, Japan was the stop trading from any other countries except for Portuguese and
I see.
Dutch in some like a west side of Japan. But so that time Japan has the like 50 different clans, and each one has some kind of king. Then each clans united by those person, and each kind of each clans not fighting.
They had disagreements among themselves?
Wow, it's hard to describe. Yeah, it's really. But that the guy I respect, he unite different clans and made a revolution without killing anybody. So he's the Kenjutsu master. It's super strong. He can use a sword. Then it's really strong guy. But he never used.
Oh, I see.
He was almost get killed several times, but he never used.
I see.
Yeah, it's that itself.
So it was power by what would you say? Just power by strategy, power by words?
Yeah, like he's the human power. I would say like human power. So he's the personality is so strong, and
right.
Yeah, he never used violence. And then also I would say like every clans kind of hate each other, but he didn't care. He didn't discriminate anybody. So he trying to unite them, and so ended up. America, England, France came to Japan, and they sell weapons for each different clans. Then let those clans fight each other, and that's the tactics they used for China before. So clans fight each other and they spend all the money and people die, and then they kind of take over Western country, taking over. So China, they kind of colonized the China and all Southeast Asia. And in Japan, this Sakamoto Ryoma, this guy, kind of unite the clans who hate each other. So two big clans. So just they made one.
Right.
Unite. He united. Yeah. Then Then also he made the idea that the revolution coup d'etat. So switching the government.
Okay.
Without fighting or without killing anybody. Then they succeed the coup d'etat without any single blood. So which is rare.
Ah, fascinating.
Yeah.
I'll definitely research that. What is Spielberg like in real life?
He was very nice. Very nice.
And Stan Winston?
Stan Winston, yeah, he was. What I learned from him is he's the entertainer. So he always looked for something cool or fun. So it's like, for example, making the creature. Then he always asks, make more interesting.
Right.
Yeah. Then it's more than cleanness.
Yeah, more character.
More character. Yeah, exactly. So that's him.
Very fascinating. If you guys don't know who Stan Winston is, you shouldn't be watching. No, I'm joking. Check it out. He's, what can I call him? The father, the godfather of special effects in movies?
Jurassic Park, and Aliens, Predator, Terminator.
Yeah.
Many cool characters came out from the studio.
Very cool. I mean, he was kind of your idol, and then you met him. I mean, that must have been a waking up moment for you.
Oh yeah, of course. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me, is Hollywood evil?
What kind of question is that?
Well, there's a lot of things surrounding Hollywood. There's a lot of drama that goes in Hollywood. You work there. Do you feel any sort of wickedness there, or is it a regular world with people that just regular, a different level of drama, basically?
It's the whatever money involving. It's there's some kind of story, money and
Sure.
authority. So
Right.
it's like just wanna say. Showing the authority, then ask some stupid changes. Experience, yeah, a few times.
Right. It seems so controlled, you know?
Yeah, more bigger movie is less freedom.
Well, that was fun. Let's go to okay. The last question on here of your customized interview is: have you ever experienced any paranormal events yourself?
No.
No. Oh, interesting. All right, but you're going for it. All right, I was expecting there is something, a little bit of something.
Like when you're sleeping, you are paralyzed, and
Yes.
okay, you kind of wake but can't move your body, and I'm more like a guy who analyzes, why it's happened. And one of my experience, I experienced that I couldn't move, but I see things, and so I was sleeping dead tired. And when I was sleeping on the couch, my knees kind of standing, like not totally laying, so my knees kind of up. So I was sleeping and I couldn't move. Then I see what's around, and the lights on, kind of dark, but the lights on. Then I couldn't move, but I realized, the leg, the knee, which is standing, could move, and I tried to move it, and then I tried, and suddenly just to move a little bit, and start falling to the side.
I see.
Yeah, and when it fell, I woke up. So basically, I was sleeping, but like a dream. It's like every situation is the same. My body position is exactly same when in dream, and also the surroundings that was everything was a dream. Yeah, but close to waking up.
So I mean, people would describe that as starting, getting into astral projection and out of body. When you woke up, did you see exactly what you saw when your eyes were closed?
Yeah, because I know what's around.
Okay, it was still from memory. Okay. If you went into another room and discovered something different, then you could wake up and actually walk there and test out the theory, right?
Right. Yeah, interesting thing is in America, so this situation is the alien abduction. So many people believe I was abducted by alien. Then try to explain the reason for this. And in Japan, it's more like out of body experience, or the ghost is just holding you. So because of those, it's more like people are kind of creating the story, but not really alien or not really ghost. And if you go to different different things happen. So
yeah. So from your perspective, are you more on the thoughts that it's completely psychological and built from memory and
I would say like a paranormal story, 95% are both but 5% there's something that science cannot prove, and there's something actual paranormal.
It's fascinating because actually I've studied astral projection for a while, and I've taught it to a couple of my friends that managed to do it, and You know, I mean, all you can hear is stories, but it repeats. Like as soon as they get frightened, you know, they return right to the body, and that's you know, you hear that often. So, and nonetheless, it's fascinating, and I'm glad I asked you that.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say I don't believe. I really believe, such a thing happens.
Mhm.
Yeah, then but 95% of story whose people telling is it's something else.
Okay.
But just such a thing happens. I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What's next for you? Well, next for you is that whole project that you're working on, your Guyana. Other than that, what's next for you?
I'm thinking the action movie, after that, then there's several creatures in it, and
Okay.
then after that I have like a martial arts drama I'm planning. So, but step by step.
Oh.
So the first movie has to be
Yes.
horror, to get the money, because through my
Mhm.
career, then the people can support for that. And if I
Right.
speak out, okay, I'm gonna direct. I'm gonna make the love comedy, so nobody would pay.
Right.
So
Yes.
it's kind of
No, you're doing it
yeah.
right.
Of course, I love horror movie too, but this is my tactics.
Mhm.
But as a movie maker,
Yes.
I would love to make every kind of movie, comedy and love story and everything.
Sure. You know, when I started this YouTube channel, other than my art, I started with gameplay videos, which are huge on YouTube. People are making millions off of it. And one of the gameplays that sell is playing horror games because people like to see a reaction. So you see horror sells. Sex sells, horror sells, you know, all that kind of stuff that gets reactions.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have any upcoming big contracts with any new big movies, or are you stepping aside?
Stepping aside, I'm just keep turning
Okay.
down the job nowadays.
I
Yeah,
see.
it's
All
been
right.
24 years I'm doing.
Right.
So yeah, I have to be really
Yeah.
serious about the next step. So take some
Exactly.
risk, and I try to move up.
Okay, I have 10 quick questions. So these questions I ask everybody on the show. Just give me fast answers, whatever's on top of your mind, okay?
Yeah.
Even him we have to ask. All right. What inspires you?
Gosh.
See, you need more interviews.
Yeah. Can I skip that?
All right, if you want. I'm sure there's many things. That's what makes it hard
Yeah.
to answer. What is your favorite word?
Hold on. Favorite word.
It could be Japanese.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I have a keyword. じゃあ
Okay?
じゃあどうする means then how can I do it? So anything I couldn't do or anything I fail, instead of being disappointed and I give up, then what can I do?
All right.
Yeah, so it's always look for the way to move up.
Are you one of those people like me that if you have a problem, you will have trouble sleeping until you find a solution for it?
Some depends on yes.
Right. What would you love to be? Now we're talking. If you could choose any other profession in the world, what else would you like to experience being?
Martial artist.
There we go.
Actually, I practice Aikido for like 24 years now.
Oh, 24 years. Impressive.
Yeah. So if I don't have this job, I would be teaching Aikido.
There you go. I studied jiu-jitsu for a while and some boxing too. I love jiu-jitsu, and that's grown very fast after the octagon cage fighting started.
Yeah.
And Aikido is sort of like a stand-up jiu-jitsu. I mean, you're using motions and energy and movement and force of the body to, take advantage of the opponent, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What grosses you out? Like, what disgusts you?
Somebody who's If I see somebody who's the arrogant.
Arrogant.
Yeah.
Okay, good answer. What do you love to hear in the morning when you wake up, and what do you love to hear before going to sleep at night?
There's no sound.
Okay, silence.
Yeah, when I'm thinking, the music kind of distract.
Sure.
Yeah. Because I love music, so that's why
I hear you. It makes it hard to concentrate then too. Yep. So what scares you?
What scares me?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
Old men?
Maybe illness.
Illness. Okay. Okay, that's realistic. What animal would you love to be if you would have to choose to be an animal?
The cat who's in the rich house.
Garfield. A cat in the rich house.
Yeah.
Creative answer. Where would you love to live if you could live anywhere in the world comfortably?
Maybe some southern island.
Okay. What excites you the most?
So far, making videos and the visual work I'm doing. So that's the most exciting thing for me.
Okay. And similar to that, number 10, what makes you smile?
Yeah, same thing. When when I'm doing something I love to do. Yeah,
Okay.
It's not about the money. It's like the thing I want to do when I'm doing it.
Yes, your passion.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Tell me, what's your fan most asked questions, or people that know you or surround you? What's the most common question you hear?
Yeah. Do I get a nightmare?
Do you get nightmares?
Yeah.
All right.
My answer is no.
Yeah, you're quite down to earth, I would say. What is your advice for beginners in your field?
Yeah, it's the I personally think myself I don't have a talent. So that's a process of realizing and studying and gradually getting better. So it's been 3-4 years, and of course I'm good, but that doesn't mean I have a talent because I build up.
Mm-hmm.
So for the beginners, just constant study and don't make anything in your mind. You have to always look the reference of nature.
Right.
So that's how you learn.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an excellent answer. Basically, he's saying that he doesn't have a talent. He's one of the greatest artists out there, but it's hard work, determination, research, and practice.
Yeah. Yep.
You see, guys, pretty much this will repeat. Anybody successful you talk to, what they'll tell you is work. You got to work your butt off. Whatever it is you want to do, you want to succeed in, you got to work at it. That's it.
Yeah, and another important thing is enjoy work. That's very important.
Exactly,
Yeah, you can
yeah.
observe better if you enjoy.
Yep, I agree. Even if you guys are making YouTube channels, everybody says, if you're not enjoying it, nobody's going to watch you do it. People want to watch people that are enjoying what they're doing.
Yeah, it's very important.
Absolutely. Do you have any, let me see, on YouTube, you have a channel for the studio. Can you say that name again?
Yeah, it's the Hunter Killer Studio. So it's the HK Studio. So HK stands for my initial, Hiroshi Katagiri.
Okay.
And also Hunter Killer from the first Terminator movie.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
So subscribe to that, guys. Watch the updates. Awesome. And also, do you have your own private YouTube channel? Because there is one with your name on it. Is that yours or somebody else running that?
It's mine, but I'm not using it. It's the main Hunter Killer Studio. So more likely, please go to a Facebook page of Gehenna. It's a GEHENNA. Gehenna. Yeah, there's a Facebook site. So I always do update and fun videos there and the many cool pictures.
Yeah, so we're going to link all those stuff. Spread the word, guys. Spread the word. Spread his YouTube channel, too. Get thousands, hundreds of thousands of subscribers there. Support his projects. Finally, what message would you like to leave your followers, fans, and friends out there?
So, kind of overlap what I said before, but my purpose of doing this, and of course, and I this is something I really want to do it. And also by doing it and by making it happen, I want to really speak out that anybody can do this. So I want to prove myself that for the encouragement for many other people. So I have to make this movie.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, I'm subscribed. I will pledge. The word is pledge. Contribute. I hope you guys contribute. I hope you check out the links below. Support them. Always support creative minds like this. You don't want to see any more new crap bands and, for lack of a better word, and movies, and especially bad horror movies. Come on, you know there's enough out there. So let this brilliant man create something wonderful, special for you and for generations to come. So check out those links now. Do it. Do it as I'm talking. And here's my digital handshake to you, sir. It's my hand in the air.
This way.
I'll see how long I'll keep those up. Let's see. Anything else? Yeah, don't forget, guys. Just Google his name. Check out his IMDb. There's information about him all over the web. So, yeah, have a look. Maybe you'll be inspired to create something someday. Until next time, have a great night or day wherever you are.
Yeah, thank you for listening or thank you for watching. And have a wonderful night.
Subscribe and comment down below, and maybe you can be on our next show. Be sure to check out Arthur Kidawa's gameplays, monsters, and other work.
And it's going to be really fun, so if you want to be on the show, if you want to be interviewed, just comment or check out our gaming inspiration group on Facebook. I also will have a page for this program as well, so anytime you want to be featured, just let me know. So if there's a great YouTuber that you want to see interviewed, and if you know some questions you want to ask them, let us know who it is and what questions you have. And again, if you're a YouTuber and you want some more viewers and more subscribers and more fans to meet you and find out about you, this is a great chance for you. It's a great opportunity.
And one last thing my friend wants to tell.
Hedge.